Hello everyone and welcome to match number 3 of the first day of the Alliance Tournament 17, and this is going to look like an exciting match. We are having Platinum Sensitivity versus Exodus, and they both brought their flagships, so this can get a really expensive match. So Baza, tell me about the setups they brought.
Yeah, so both of these teams seem to have bought fairly similar sort of archetypes. They've both gone for sort of shield long-range missile comps. Exodus bringing perhaps slightly heavier top end with spending less points on the Orthreses, allowing them to bring 2 Nighthawks and a Barghest. Whereas Platinum Sensitivity have brought a Rattlesnake, a flagship Scorpion Navy issue, and 3 Gilas. So those Gilas 3 points more expensive each than the Orthrus. So they've had to sacrifice their top end there a little bit. But I am really excited to see how this flagship Scorpion Navy issue pairs up. I was thinking that was definitely a very, very, very strong choice for a flagship. I'm curious to see if it's like a no prop variant, perhaps, and it's just pure cruise missile damage.
Yeah, and
projection.
the match has begun, and the healer of Taki
This starts taking chunks. But the Orthrus in return, so they both want to clear off these cruisers.
Yeah, so we're seeing these rapid heavy missiles from the Barghest and the rapid lights from the Orthrus doing a lot of work on that healer. He's taking massive damage, but at the same time, Mr. Falcon, the Orthrus, is taking damage, but he's burning away and trying to recover the best he can.
Yeah, I feel like in a match like this where you've got two sort of similar archetypes and they've both got plenty of projection, positioning isn't particularly the most important thing. I think the most important thing here is going to be target calling. Of course, once you commit to something and then you change your mind, it's very bad to do that. In some situations it can work, but in a situation like this, you need to make the right call first time, or 30 seconds can win or lose you the match. So both these teams have opted to shoot these cruisers. The Gila and the Orthrus both taking chunks. I'm not sure which is going to drop first. Of course, the Gila with its natural resist bonus, very, very tanky as well, and the Orthrus pretty squishy in comparison, but they're both holding.
The thing is, when in these situations, like if you burn away, you can mitigate some of the damage. And it looks like the healer did burn a bit away and stabilize a bit, but he's going down in armor. At the same time, they're also losing a Jackdaw. This could give Exodus the lead they didn't really need for this, because both teams are going to have a lot of damage, and as soon as you have some lead, you can start to utilize that.
Yeah, those Gilas are going to continue pumping out damage. That Orthrus is still holding, though. The 3 Orthruses. I wonder if the Orthruses are maybe able to mitigate damage from the Gila drones just by their pure speed, as the first Orthrus of Mr. Falcon does finally go down. But Exodus seem to be just kiting around the arena a little bit. Not too worried about the Gila drones for the time being. The Gila drones don't seem to be on top of anything, any of this top end, any of these Orthruses or anything.
So the main thing is that the Scorpion Navy issue and the Rattlesnake seem to be fitted with torpedoes, so they need to get in before they can apply the damage. So this has been in the beginning of the match, they have struggled to get in range, but it looks like they finally have catching up to something, so they can bring their big heavy DPS, and this might be what they need to turn the match around. But they're running out of time, they're losing their stuff, and the Skybreaker, which is like their only fast tackle, is in low shield.
He is, but they're sort of mid-range and top-end ships are holding for the time.
Yeah, and same guy in the Orthrus is taking heavy damage. Like he's getting these torpedo damage on him, and you can see his shield just taking these massive chunks of damage. Like at the same time, the scalpel of Nito went down. So the Exodus team lost one of the lodge, leaving the other one really vulnerable.
This match is still on absolute knife edge. Either of these teams could take it from here on out. This Orthrus is just about holding the same guy, but he's going into low hull now. With just one of those scalpels left, I'm not sure. I don't think he'll be able to hold him. And if this Scorpion Navy and Rattlesnake are on top of them and fully applying their missiles, they're not quite particularly close to him. But
more distant of the Exodus team. Yeah, he got these 2 healer drones on his ass. He cannot do much about it. Same time, the Orthrus went down. So it actually looks like Exodus is losing a lot of the damage. The healer of LT something is going down, but I think that the Platinum team did manage to turn this around.
Oh, this match is still so close. They've traded back another Gila, so the ship's dying left and right here. But it's just staying so balanced for both these teams. But more importantly, Platinum Sensitivity still have both of those scalpels alive. And the more damage gets cleared from the field, which both of these teams seem to be doing, the more effective those scalpel reps become in sort of mitigating a fraction of that damage, if you will. And those scalpels still alive for Platinum Sensitivity, I would assume, going to start coming into their own here as damage starts being wiped off the field with 2 of those Orthruses gone. But the Flag Barghest, the 2 Nighthawks, and no slouches for damage either.
We're seeing both scalpels burning into Heineken in the healer, trying to get him some shield reps, and also the scalpels are taking damage. So it looks like a lot of spread damage from Exodus. You don't really want to do that when you rely on rapid missiles. But if they can take them down, it will be a huge lead. But at the same time, they're losing an Orthrus and a Jackdaw. And without those two ships, they are going to struggle to do anything about those scalpels.
Yeah, I completely agree. These scalpels are really going to start to take the match away if they can't deal with them now. And it's, like only the Jackdaw and the Bifrost and the Orthrus can going to be able to apply to them particularly well. And this Orthrus of Verdict is taking chunks into armor now. But this Gila in return of Heinkel, Miz, this match is still so close. I have absolutely no idea who is going to win. This is incredible.
Yeah, it's close. Both teams can potentially win. I think Platinum got a bit of a lead, and we're seeing that the Scorpion of Mark, it's the flagship Scorpion, is getting on top of the Nighthawk of Vitone. So he's almost in range for Scram. I think once he got to Scram, that he has nowhere to go, and he's going to feel the pain with these torpedoes from this flagship Scorpedo Navy issues. It can bling the launchers, it can bling the damage modules, it can do a lot of damage. Same time, Nightcap in the Scalper is taking much damage, so he needs to recover fast, otherwise it can be a huge loss from them.
Yeah, I think that Orthrus was going to die anyway, but he may have boundaried. I'm not sure if he died just at the edge of the boundary or if he actually boundaried and that's what killed him. But that third Orthrus
he did boundary.
He does, yeah, correct. So yeah, these, like you said, this Scorpion Navy issue, as I was saying at the start of the match, I love these as flagships. I think the flagship rules give you so much capacity for tank and damage, and that is exactly what the Scorpion Navy specializes in. With 8 mid slots and a resist bonus, it is so tanky. And at this point, 2 Nighthawks and a Barghest, I'm not even sure if they win, even if everything else was evaporated, I don't think they'd have enough time to kill the Scorpion Navy issue. But this Vitone in the Nighthawk now is taking huge chunks for shield. Obviously, no scalpels left, so he's not going to be able to rep back up, and he's not long for this world.
Yeah, and the Nightcap in the Scalper has stabilized. The Jackdaw of Deathwind had to burn away to save himself, and he's slowly regenerating shield as he's going back. But at this point, I just feel like XVII's team are lacking the damage to do anything to threaten them. Jackdaw is the only one who can threaten the scalpels that well, and it's at this point they don't have the damage. The big question is if they can save their flag Barghest. He's just trying to.
With 3 minutes left, it is going to be damage control here for Exodus, trying to keep this flag Barghest alive. Of course, the flagship rules mean if your flagship dies, you can't field it again, and obviously very, very expensive with all the restrictions.
And we're seeing the stalk of Osad burning in to tackle that Barghest. I think he scrammed. Maybe he got. I think the stalk got counter scrammed, but it looks like the Barghest is still taking a lot of damage. He's getting neutered by the 2 other battleships, so he can't burn that long. At this point, I think it's safe to say that the Barghest is going to be doomed and he can't boundary. So this means that a lot of the loot from this ship, this is a top tier team, so they probably got some really good stuff on that Barghest. And the team who's going to loot it is going to get 90% of the drops since it's the Halloween event. So this can be a really shiny...
For sure, this is huge, and he's going to go down. He can't go anywhere. He's been neutered, he's been webbed, and these rattlesnakes and Scorpion Navy issues are just flying around the arena absolutely unburdened by anything, and they are now right on top of him. And Platinum Sensitivity are going to scoop up all the goodies from this Barghest. They are licking their lips in anticipation of this Barghest going down.
Yeah, and there's no one from the XS team at the Barghest, but they can't try and ninja loot it. They did lose their first scalper, and the second one is going down, but at this point it doesn't matter. They have these 2 really big and tanky battlefields remaining, and they're just cleaning up that Barghest, bullying him 2 versus 1 brawl, and these torpedoes are going to tear through his tank. You can already see his burning ship. There's nothing left he can do, and at this point it's just a Nighthawk and a Jackdaw versus 2 of the strongest battleship in the format.
Yeah, this match was really, really close for most of it, but now it is finally swinging in the way of Platinum Sensitivity. They are going to kill this flagship Barghest. They are going to collect all the goodies. And Miz, I have to ask you, what do you think of the target calling? I said at the start, with these 2 sort of similar archetype comps, it would come down to the target calling. Exodus choosing to shoot the Gilas, and mirrored by Platinum Sensitivity choosing to shoot the Orthruses. Do you think that both of those decisions were correct? Would you change anything?
Yeah, both teams did the right thing there. The key thing is to take out these ships, as they are going to support your Logi frigates and your other support ships. So by taking them down and taking out the Logi ships, it gave the Platinum Sensitivity a really strong lead. But I think the key thing for them, these brawling battleships needed to get on top of something. So this is very much a match about positioning, and they did the positioning well. They did manage to catch the Barghest, and they caught the other things as well, and then just rolled it down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it might be like a no prop cruise Scorpion Navy, but having him just burning around, applying damage to everything. Yeah, and there was very little control on the Exeter side to sort of keep him pinned down and stop him doing that, and that Torp Scorpion Navy issue. So yeah, very very dangerous ship to have, unrestrained and flying around the arena. And now
we're having GFs
they're going to clean up GFs and local. Platinum sensitivity will
the
continue.
Nighthawk just went down before the match ended, and they continue, and it's just going to be a flagship down and in the losers bracket, so that's going to be tough for them. And let's set it back to the studio.